When women post in these Am I the A-hole subreddits, they're simply looking for validation for feeling normal human emotions. This woman asked the question, Am I the a-hole for refusing to listen to my husband about my breasts? Off bat, the answer is no, you're not the a-hole. I am sure that your husband should listen to you and know and understand that you know what's best for your body. But let's look at the post. She says, I want to have a breast reduction surgery. I will not be asking him to spend any money on me. We both work and put aside equal amount of money for private accounts, for private savings and spendings, so please do not make it about money. I have been talking about this surgery since I turned 40, but I have dreamed about it since I was 15. Whenever I spoke about it, he would sit silent and listen. Supported me, I thought. Then he'd ask if I wanted him to go to my first consultation, and I was very happy. Consultations are usually private here, but he wanted to tag along for the first part of the consultation. When I talked to the doctor, who is an internationally respected doctor, my husband sat silent at first and then asked when the psychological evaluation would happen. The doctor was puzzled and explained that I am an adult. My husband got irritated and almost yelled. So you would not mind operating on people with body dysmorphia? The doctor and nurse were shocked and I was livid. When we got home, I was destroyed. I am scared I have lost my opportunity with the best surgeon in the country and probably one of the best in the world. My husband insisted I needed therapy and that he will not allow me to have the surgery because I look perfect. I look perfect. Okay. I asked him what he meant not allowing me. I was very angry and crying. He said, Well, I will do anything. Tell your family you are mentally unstable and I will leave you. Thankfully, I made a new appointment and the doctor was too kind. I had my new appointment on Wednesday. My husband is livid and said he will never look at or touch me again. Edit. Please, if you ask about my account, I am a Redditor, but this subject I want to discuss in private and not in my usual subs, so this is not a bot. Edit again. Our ages are me 42 and he 40, if this is important. These dudes think that they are demigods. They think that they own the women and children in their lives. They think that their word is the end all be all. Like his ideal of what looks good supersedes her comfort, her pain levels, all of that. Because he is the king, he is the man, he has a peen, and what he says goes. Feminists had to fight for the rights for women to own our own bodies. Because of culture laws, we used to belong to men. Either we belong to our fathers or we belong to our husbands. That's the reason why there was no marital rape. That's the reason why a man could beat his wife because she was his property. Women had to fight for the right to own our own bodies and have a say for our own bodies as far as medicine, birth control, all of that, surgeries, all of that. And these people think that we need to go back to the time where they owned us. Yeah, no. That is not how it goes. And he's sitting up here making an ultimatum to a 42-year-old woman who has a job. It's like these dudes really think that they are the prize. Like, okay, he said he's not going to touch me again. He doesn't give a damn about my comfort or anything, but I'm just going to stay here in pain to appease him. Man, if these people don't just get out of here. Let's look at a couple other comments. The Katie Cat says, You might lose an extra couple 100 pounds in emotional baggage along with the extra breast tissue, and I could consider that to be a good thing. Men truly don't understand what it's like to have large breasts. I am a nerdy bastard says this. Your body, your choice. He's allowed to be bothered by it. He does like you and your body the way you are. He's allowed to leave if he can't handle it, but you don't have to tolerate him being a dick about it. Wanting a reduction isn't mental illness. I'd wager you've got a larger than average bust, even by American standards. And that comes with back pain, expensive and hard to find bras that wear out far too quickly, ill fitting clothing, boob sweat, social stigma or fetishization. I always mess up that word, fetishization. And who the hell knows what else? I'm a dude. Much as I might want, I'm not an expert on boobs. He's completely off base about that. and threatening to lie to the people around you is completely uncool. Kick him out until he gets his together or else. Intelligent Ass says, ooh, OP, you should get him a super heavy fake chest and see how he likes to go to work with an extra 20 pounds on his chest. Ask him how his back feels after a few days. See how well he can sleep after a week. Cat Too Fat says, right, make him wear it for a solid month. He has to do everything on it. Work, sleep, run, bend over to try to pick up things, trying to find clothes that fit correctly. All of it. He wouldn't make it a week if he agreed to it. Eat My Bowl says, be self-conscious because even if you're wearing a shirt up to your collarbone or neck, cleavage is still showing and people call you unprofessional. Don Tread on Me, I'm a duck says, I've actually had someone go to HR claiming my breasts were showing too much. It was cold, raining, and I was in turtlenecks. HR was not amused when I told her if she put that complaint in my file, I would be speaking with an attorney about sexual harassment within the workplace. She refused to tell me which coworker made the complaint so I can file a sexual harassment complaint against them. She put it in my file. I go to court in a month against that company. I was serious, even if she didn't think I was. Also, yes, I work elsewhere now. Good for this woman for taking up for herself. She gave us an update. She says, so yesterday I was here complaining about my husband and my gut feelings were right after seeing the reactions here that my husband is crossing a boundary by trying to control how my body looks. So this morning I told him this. He just sat silently and listened to me. Then he said he wasn't trying to control me or coerce me, but at the same breath, he said he loved my body, and if I'm not taking his opinions into consideration, then he knows that I don't care about his opinion. He would not look at me the same way or touch me. I said that I didn't want to be married to someone who doesn't want to touch me, and he said then we won't be married. But remember that I love you, and you are breaking up with a man who loves you because of superficial changes I want to do to my body. He would stay for the recovery, then he moves out after Christmas. I said I was going ahead with my surgery, and he just shook his head. He cried later in the garden. I can't believe him. He sounds final, like he's been thinking about divorce for a while. I have been waiting for this surgery for 2.5 years because of how busy this doctor is, and my preliminary surgery day is in November. I have a consultation soon. I'm going ahead with my plans, and he can go with his. According to him, if I am free to choose what to do with my body, he is free to leave when it doesn't suit him anymore. P.S. Many are asking about the surgery, and it is breast reduction. And no, I'm not doing it for medical reasons since I have no back or head pains. I am not that big to have these problems. It is purely cosmetic. This is the most important part of my beef with him. I know you mean well bringing up health benefits, but this is about my rights to control how I look. Okay, cool. He says he would 100% have supported me if it was for medical reasons because he has in the past. Thanks. Now, that does bring a different slant to it. Most of us probably assumed as we were reading this that it was about medical issues. When I'm reading these, I'm reading them along with you. I did not know that she was doing this for purely cosmetic reasons, but it is still her body, so she's still within her rights to do so. And him trying to control her, no, it still doesn't work out like that. Because, when men have their standards or when they talk about boundaries, it's not really boundaries. It's about controlling the other person. And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to control her. And she's like, no, this is my body. And if you don't like how my body looks or what I'm doing, you can go. And he's about to leave. Upbeat Vanilla says, my guess is this is just one of many items between you two. Yours and Forever says, yeah, this post is not complete due to missing relevant info. Gotta be more going on than breast reduction. Holden McGee says, I get the same feeling like this is some sort of last straw with the guy. She says it seems like he's been thinking about divorce for a while. Was that really all about an impending surgery? Maybe, but probably not. And this person at the bottom says, or looking for a reason to divorce. I don't know. And we probably won't know because like she said, This is not her main Reddit page, so unless she makes an edit, we just won't know. But still, go ahead and chime in with the info that we have now. Like, comment, share.